We're using 16 gauge wire to make a heart ring. You can do it in thicker, like 14, or you can even do it in 18 gauge, but the heart has to be smaller, a lot smaller, to be able to hold the shape, okay? So on my piece of wire, I recommend about 7 inches of wire when you do this. I am going to start at, I'm going to make a bigger heart, so I'm going to start at 2.5 inches. I want to take my chain nose plier, and I'm going to make a hairpin turn. Let me just aim it towards the camera. Then once I have that, I'm going to pinch it. So this is going to be the middle of the heart. So you want to pinch it as tight as you can, because it makes a really nice V shape. Okay? Then to open up the heart, you can't just pull it away from each other. So you take your round nose plier, whoop, and you pop it in to separate the two wings. Now, if you start to get this lumpy action going, take your flat nose and squeeze out the lump. That's just from squeezing it with my round nose. And straighten out your wire. It's best to do it now versus after you've already made the curves for the heart. Okay, so we're gonna make the curves of the heart on a wrap and tap. A smaller heart like this is made on the size 4, number 4 jaw. So I'm gonna do this one on a number 5 just to show you guys the difference. That'd be kind of fun, so then you have a different idea of what to do when you want to make a bigger one. So you want to get this all the way into the crack, like so. You're going to bring it around. And take the other side. Make sure on the same size jaw. I've made it on 2 different jaws by accident, and that's cute too. But only if you want to do that. I think I just did that. Hold on. Nope. Okay. So stay on the jaw and bring it around. So here's the point where you can shape your heart the way you want. Do you want a high heart? A low heart? I just kind of visually go with whatever appeals to me at that time. And if you like the way the heart looks, you are set. The long piece is going to become the base of the band. This piece is going to wrap around to secure the heart. So to secure it, you have 2 options. You can straighten this out to a 90-degree angle and wrap, or you can just wrap the way it is. So I'm going to show you what happens when you wrap the way it is. So I'm going to move my heart just a little bit. I want this bottom one to be a little smaller, so I'm going to pull it in, and you can roll it to make it smaller. So watch. If you want the heart smaller, just roll it in and in. I want this side a little bit bigger, so I'm going to pull it out. Okay, I'm happy. So I'm going to wrap this short leg around the long. When you finish wrapping, try to get it so that it's a really tight wrap. So I'm going to pinch this tighter. The tighter the wrap, the better. And I'm only going to wrap twice on this one. I think we have some samples where I wrapped a little bit more. And cut. If you have an extra piece, you can leave it there if you want to wrap it some more and do some design work with it. But I think I'm going to stop there. So what happened with my heart is it got a little bit misshapen because when I was squeezing it, I wasn't squeezing it tight enough, so it slipped and it made it go slack. But that's okay, because I'll show you what I'm going to do to fix that. I'll cut my wire. Tighten this loop. So this loop, you want it to be as tight as possible, because this is going to add an inner diameter to your ring, so it's not going to fit. Okay. So tightening it is just pinching the coils a little at a time, very much like basic wire wrap. And tucking that end in. Okay. If you want to straighten out the bottom of your heart, take your flat nose plier. Before we hit it. Oh, you know what? This is where I usually would stop with the puffs. I think I'm gonna try and see what happens if I square out my heart. Because I already have so many hearts that are rounded. Might be kind of cool if it looks like a Flintstones kind of heart. You know, a little bit more geometric. So adding some angles in there. Oh, that's super cool. It looks more okay, so I'm gonna, you see how my wrap ends here? I think this is the nicer side, so this is my top, and I'm going to hammer it first to the curve. And then I'm going to harden it with the metal. Oh, I like it. I even hammered it so that it has like facets on there. Then I'm going to straighten this. This is the band. Put it where you want it. And this is going to come around. Make it small, a little smaller than you wish, because what we can do is stretch it out a bit by hammering this part down so it'll be flatter, because right now there's some space. You want to take care of that now, you can. I think I'm going to connect mine. Here, you guys can look. Do you like a connection at the top or the bottom? Or like right here in that curve?
Here. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to continue it so it knows that I want it to keep curving, you know. And I'll cut it longer than I think that I need, just so I can get rid of my excess wire. Put it back on. To my size. And then I'll take my Sharpie pen, so I have an idea where I want to make the bends. I think I'm going to make this a size 8 also. So I'm going to go like 7.5. I'm going to put a black mark here, black mark there. Open it up. I'm going to cut about 3/8 of an inch for my tail. I'm going to hammer out my tail now, so that when I fold it over, it's flat. file it a little bit if it's pokey. If it's not pokey, don't worry. You don't have to file. Okay. Bring it back to my space between the two black marks. Test it one more time. Make sure I'm in the vicinity of my size. Okay. Take my chain nose. I'm gonna flip it over. So you can flip it over while it's inside the heart, or you can flip it over outside. And I was saying earlier, I like it outside because I have something to hang on to. So, come back into the ring. And now, it's not gonna look good. It's okay, put it onto your ring mandrel. At this point, you can kind of like still move it where you want it to hook. I've never tried to hook it in the center because I feel like that you wouldn't see the puffs. So I usually hook in one of the two puffs. And I want an 8. It's gonna come down just a little bit more. Press it flat and reshape my ring right now. So I get a better idea of what's happening. And you see how it's moving? We can lock that into place by squeezing it with the chain. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so to finish it, you're gonna squeeze this really tight so it stays in place. Put it back on, shape it with the hammer till you get your ring, and that is it.